If you also believe that getting good marks in school, getting a good job, and waiting for your salary every month until retirement is the only way to become rich, then today's video is going to completely change your thinking. Robert Kiyosaki's world-famous finance book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, says that the things taught in school make you a good employee, not an owner. One truth from this book can change the entire direction of your life. Stop working for money and start making money work for you. But the most surprising thing is that whether you become rich or stay poor is not decided by your salary. It's decided by just one word. We'll reveal that word at the end of this video. So let's begin. Chapter 1. Two Dads, Two Mindsets. Robert Kiyosaki grew up with two fathers. One, his biological father, highly educated, a government official who held a senior position in Hawaii's Department of Education. He called him Poor Dad. The other, his best friend Mike's father, who hadn't even finished high school, but became a hugely successful businessman and went on to become one of the richest men in Hawaii. He called him Rich Dad. Poor Dad always said, "Son, get good marks, find a good job, stay loyal to the company, and live on your pension after retirement." Rich Dad, on the other hand, said money smarts are never taught in school. If you only work for money, you'll remain its slave your whole life. Both fathers worked hard, both were honest, and both loved their children deeply. But when one passed away, there was almost nothing left in the bank account and debts remained, while the other became one of the richest men in Texas and Hawaii. The difference wasn't in their degrees. The difference wasn't in how hard they worked either. The difference was only in their mindset. Chapter 2. The rich don't work for money. Most people think that to become rich, you just need to earn more. But Rich Dad's first lesson breaks this old thinking. The question isn't how much you earn. The question is what your money is doing for you even while you're sleeping. Let's understand this through a story. Two friends, Vikas and Akash. Both studied at the same college and both had the same starting salary. With every promotion, Vikas would think, now I'll buy a bigger car, a bigger house. Every salary raise went straight into a new EMI. Akash, on the other hand, somehow got his hands on Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He started setting aside a portion of his salary every month. In the beginning, the amount was very small. 5 years later, Vikas had a big car, but by the 25th of every month, his pocket was empty. Akash had no flashy lifestyle or big car, but his money had started earning on its own. Chapter 3. Assets versus liabilities. The biggest lesson of Rich Dad, Poor Dad is this. Asset, something that puts money in your pocket. Liability, something that takes money out of your pocket. Now think, is the house you live in an asset or a liability? Most people would say without thinking, an asset. But Rich Dad says if you're buying the house to live in yourself, then every month's EMI, property tax, and maintenance all take money out of your pocket. So it's not an asset, it's a liability. On the other hand, stocks, mutual funds, or rental properties are real assets because these put something back into your pocket every month. Poor-minded people only buy expenses. Rich-minded people buy real assets first and then fulfill their lifestyle wants from the income those assets generate. Chapter 4. Financial IQ. Rich Dad always said, school will make you literate, but it won't make you financially intelligent. This is called financial IQ. 4 things together make up your financial IQ. Accounting, understanding where your money is actually going. Investing, the art of making money from money. Understanding markets, knowing when to buy and when to sell. And understanding the law, using tax rules correctly and legally. Most people spend their entire lives learning only the first skill, earning a salary, and never learn the other 3. Chapter 5. I can't afford this. One line from this book should echo in every middle-class home. Whenever something expensive comes up, a poor mindset immediately says, I can't afford this. And right there, the mind stops thinking. A rich mindset asks the same thing differently. How can I afford this? Just one small question keeps the mind open. It forces you to find paths and look for solutions. Just changing one word changes your entire thinking from "I can't" to "how can I?" This is the very word or question that draws the line between a poor mindset and a rich mindset. Chapter 6. Escaping the Rat Race. Rich Dad called this the rat race. Salary comes in, bills get paid, EMI gets deducted, pocket empty by month end. The same cycle repeats the next month. There's only one way out of this cycle: building passive income. That is, earnings that keep coming in even while you sleep. This can start small with a small SIP or a small side business. The day your passive income exceeds your basic monthly expenses, that's the day you'll step out of this rat race. That's real financial freedom. Chapter 7. Overcoming Fear. Many people stay away from investing because the fear of losing money holds them back. Rich Dad used to say the fear of loss is itself the biggest liability. Rich-minded people make mistakes, learn from them, and move forward. Poor-minded people, out of fear, never even take the first step. In reality, the biggest risk is not investing at all, because inflation quietly reduces the value of your savings every year. Conclusion. Rich Dad, Poor Dad isn't just a book about money, it's a book about changing your mindset. The real question isn't how much you earn, the real question is what your money is doing for you. Just change one word, change "I can't" to "how can I," and the entire direction of your life will change. If you liked this video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with that friend of yours who is still just waiting for his next salary. In the next video, we'll talk about how to buy your first asset, no matter how small your salary may be. Thank you.